you've now set up TaxAction, which is, well, perhaps you could explain what you're going to be doing.
Well, we act for professional firms primarily. And the phone rings in our office when people are perhaps faced with a transaction that their clients are thinking of undertaking, and they just need to make sure they've covered all the bases, or perhaps it's a transaction that they've not been involved with before, perhaps a company sale or a demerger, and they need some hand-holding, I suppose, to put it in a better way. And we're prepared to do that in any way that suits. We will either come in and run the transaction and advise you, or we will sit in the background and just advise. We will meet anyone you want us to meet. We also do a great deal of work in HMRC inquiries. Very often, I say a lot of our work involves sorting people's messes out, because inquiries are notoriously difficult to deal with very often. Many of our consultants not only have a revenue background, but have years of experience of successful resolution of these sorts of disputes. And so, again, we're able to provide a marvellously good service and a very cost-effective service in those sorts of areas as well. Okay,
so it's the remote tax partner in some respects.
Yes, well it is. I often said that we're like having a sort of barristers' chambers, I suppose. Sorry, the Bar Council, but sitting behind you in your small or medium-sized firm. And a lot of our clients are actually tax partners themselves, and they still find it useful to have someone that they can refer to and discuss points with, and maybe get an alternative take on the treatment that they're taking, or identify areas of risk that they may not have thought of, or whatever. And people need certainty about that, and so we decided that we would have a business model that was more fee-based. We thought also that we should give guarantees of customer service, which is, strangely enough, I mean, perhaps because it's just axiomatic that in the world of tax, customer service is always the very highest order, but we thought that we should actually give guarantees of service. So in other words, if we fail to meet deadlines that we've agreed, and it's our fault that we have done, we discount the fee by 50%. If the advice that we give, the written advice that we give falls below the standard to which our clients ought to be entitled, given the sort of very blue chip nature of the consultants that we're using, then we'll waive the fee completely. So, we felt there was room for a new model, and so that's what we're doing. So it's TaxAction Consulting, taxation.org.uk, if I may just do a little bit of outrageous plugging, and give us a call. We're on free phone. We're 0800 222 992, so nice and easy to remember. And we'd love to hear from you. Okay,
those details on the screen as well for you at the moment. Something to pick up on, it's obviously you and a lot of the people who were involved in professional tax practice historically, but your new, I'm not sure if I should say business partner, I'm not sure how it works, but Dave Smith is now involved as well.
Yes, he is.
Who brings something different to the table?
Well, he does. Not only does he bring his marketing muscle, but obviously he, and know-how generally, but he brings to us years of experience as an advisor, and of course of running successful tax consultancy companies. He set up Accountax, who many of your audience will remember, are the IR35 specialists who took Arctic Systems through. So yes, it's a new and revamped business, I suppose you should say, and we have a very wide range of knowledge base within our firm. We deal with pretty well every area of tax, unless what you want to hear about is petroleum revenue tax or tonnage tax, and we may even be able to offer some tonnage tax expertise soon, in fact. But right across the board, direct, indirect taxes, SDLT, inheritance tax, all of these areas which are usually, they don't come up all the time, but when they do, they're almost invariably high value and difficult. We have a large range of consultants who have been in the field for years. They're all extremely highly qualified, both professionally and by experience, it's a fantastic facility.
Andrew Gotch, thank you very much indeed.
That's a pleasure, thank you.